Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Honourable Speaker, I want to firstly join you in congratulating the Minister for Justice and Constitutional Affairs on attaining another year, on clocking another year. In your communication, you wished him a happy birthday. Happy birthday, sir. I am hoping you have not amended your age. Nowadays, people amend too many things. Please keep your age that way. Honourable Speaker, I want to push through one or two issues that got guidance from this House, but they are still pending somewhat. On January 29th, we were here, and I raised, among other issues, the biometric voter verification kits that were used, or certainly not used, in the just concluded elections. And the concern was, this House appropriated plenty of money, billions upon billions of shillings, for these biometric voter verification kits to be used in the election. The presiding officer at the time, the Right Honourable Deputy Speaker, directed that the Minister for Justice and Constitutional Affairs will come to this House with a statement regarding these machines. Because it's important we are accountable. Otherwise, Parliament will be seen as an accomplice in wasting taxpayers' money. We appropriated nearly 400 billion shillings. Part of that was to buy the machines. Part of that was to train those who were to use the machines. Part of that money was to sync the ballot papers to be usable for scanning and so on and so forth. Did that money go down the drain? Because we were told that these machines were the panacea to vote rigging, which has become all too common. Vote rigging, ballot stuffing, and all the drama that comes with our elections, which affects both sides. I saw some colleagues on the NRM side during elections also complaining about vote rigging. Right, Honourable Speaker, I think it would be a good reminder for that statement to come, since the House directed as such. Secondly, Right Honourable Speaker, again, after October 31st, when we had the dangerous floods that caused mayhem and wreaked havoc in the city, traders lost merchandise, plenty of money went down the drain. Government committed that they are going to compensate these business persons up to the tune of about 20 billion shillings. Those business persons up to date ask, did government lie to them? And recently we saw another situation of heavy flooding, and the same people are saying we have lost more merchandise even before the first promise of compensation has not happened. So we want government to tell us, was it just a mere puff, as we call it in law, that you actually don't intend to do this thing, you're just promising for the sake of it? The traders would like to know. And maybe government could tether in that regard. When is government going to come with a comprehensive plan that we can know about to address the flooding situation in our country? We need to know. Poor drainage, poor planning, if it does happen at all with the numerous buildings that do come up. We want some kind of commitment from government, because you also shouldn't be compensating each time again and again, meanwhile not even compensated the first time. And relatedly, when the Chitezi situation happened in August of 2024, over 35 people died. Garbage killed people here in the city, close by. Government again came out and promised, we are going to compensate the victims and the bereaved families. To date, those families still complain and say government has not compensated us. Can we know from government what happened? Was it another lie? Finally, Right Honourable Speaker, Honourable Speaker, in late October of last year, we raised concerns here when journalists from Nation Media Group were barred from accessing Parliament. You see, our Constitution has got a Bill of Rights, Chapter 4, with specificity, Article 29(1)(a), provides for freedom of the press. And that's why we get to have journalists here. In fact, our rules have domesticated it for Parliament here. Our rules provide that our sessions will be covered by the press. So nation media journalists, NTV, Daily Monitor, and the others were barred from accessing Parliament. That's 5 months ago. The management tells us they have not up to now gotten a reason why they have not been summoned over any indiscipline issue. Because yes, rights are in place. Rights can be abused and then people are checked. But then they're saying, did we abuse the rights that allow us to come and cover Parliament? Up to now, they have no idea. I think it would be good for this House to know, are there journalists that are totally not allowable to come to Parliament? And if so, why? Because we are the ones that pass these laws that talk about freedom of the press and so on and so forth. I thank you, Right Honourable Speaker.
Thank you. I see so many journalists there. You mean none of them is from Nation Media? Honourable Minister of Constitutional Affairs, there is a report that was asked. I think we may need to put it on the order paper. I know you don't have it now.
Madam Speaker, I want to confirm that the report is ready, and the moment it is scheduled, we shall bring it and present it before this August House. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
We can only schedule it once you've presented a report to the clerk's office. That's what will help us in making it sure that it is on the order paper. So give us a copy, then we put it on the order paper.
Much obliged, Madam Speaker.
Okay. Then the next item, government.
Item.
And the next, no, there was an issue on floods.
Right Honourable Speaker, the Honourable Leader of Opposition submitted to the effect that government made a commitment to compensate to a tune of 20 billion, if I got you right. I beg, Right Honourable Speaker, because the learned leader of opposition was not specific, who in particular made this commitment such that my office can be able to communicate, because you are even indicating 20 billion. Yes.
Honourable Speaker, I know that the Honourable Government Chief Whip has been engrossed with numerous issues also to do with the election, so he has probably not followed up on some issues which he's supposed to. But it's okay, I can remind him. Your appointing authority held a meeting with the Minister for Kampala, who is here, and those traders, and made that commitment. So ours is to follow up with you who are here. I actually had thought the Minister for Kampala will rise up and respond to that issue, because she was in that meeting when that commitment was made to the traders. So with your permission, Honourable Speaker, the informed minister can assist the minister who does not have the information. Thank you.
Even a government chief whip is informed.
I oblige, but of course there are things he doesn't know. He has just conceded that he is not aware.
No.
And there's a minister who is aware.
Love. Let's not belittle each other to that tune. He is informed, is a government chief whip, he knows whatever is happening.
I agree with you, Right Honourable Speaker, he knows, so maybe let him tell us.
I can now respond without any fear of contradiction, because there is a saying that when you see a pagan quoting verses in the Bible, then he or she is about to accept Jesus as his Lord and Savior. By peeping and knowing what transpired in a meeting chaired by the President of the Republic of Uganda, could we take it that the Honourable Leader of Opposition is about to come to this side?
Honourable members, wait, there is no order because he's seated. Honourable members, just a minute. Honourable members, Honourable Kampala, Minister of Kampala, can you give us a report? A report on what has been, no, not now. Not now. I am not saying you comment. I am saying come with a report on Tuesday. Okay? Honorable members, in the VIP gallery this afternoon, we have the members of Parliament-elect who have come to observe the proceedings of Parliament. We have Honorable Maseruka Robert. Honorable Maseruka Robert, please stand up. Honorable Amanio Sheila, you're most welcome. Honorable members, they have come to learn. They are coming to observe. We have Honorable Wama Mero clap for yours. Honorable Tilu. Honorable Tilu Margaret. Honorable Ngorok Richard. Honorable Katsime Adrin. Honorable Achom Esther. Honorable David Okwere. Honorable Chibase Peace. Honorable Sarah Namlondo. You're most welcome and thank you for coming. Please give me the list for all those. We also have, in the public gallery this afternoon, we have students and teachers of Mount St. Mary's College, Namagonga. You're most welcome. Join me in welcoming them. They are represented by Honorable Chiwanuka Abdallah and Honorable Hanifa. You're most welcome and thank you so much for coming. In the VIP gallery, we also have a member of Parliament-elect for Nachifoma County, Honorable Chiwanuka Sulaiman. Join me in welcoming these visitors. Honorable member, David, you have something?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I want to bring to attention of Parliament the matters which is very important and need to be responded to very urgently. Madam Speaker, you know and you're very aware that the absence of peace at home is a nightmare. On the 18th of last month, my people of Agago district, Agago County, were invaded by the cattle raiders. 2 people were shot, 1 died instantly, and 1 is still nursing the wound. Now, the cattle raiders were in full uniform of the UPDF, and they were loaded with AK-47. Not only that, yesterday, late in the evening, another group of people came and raided the town. Imagine the town, Adilang Town Council. They raided 32 goats in town. Now, when the community members and the LCs try to call,
can we have order?
the local leaders were able to call the UPDF to respond.
Again, the same UPDF you're saying came and raided it.
No, the suspected cattle raiders were dressed on UPDF uniform. So yesterday, they again came and raided the town council, and 32 goats were taken. Now, the local leaders tried to call the UPDF to respond quickly, and they were not able to come. So these people were able to escape with the goats. Now, my community are having a lot of fear because this is a season for farming. Community members are fearing to go to the garden because they fear they will be killed or abducted by the cattle raiders.
Thank you.
So my humble prayer is that the family of the victim need to be compensated. And then I am also praying that there are areas where we need security to be enforced. We need more of the security to be added in some of the spots where normally the cattle raiders pass from. So it is my humble request that this house take this into consideration to allow my people to do farming this season peacefully to support the livelihood of the community. I thank you.
First of all, the first cattle thieves who were putting on government uniform may not have been security or may not have been army men themselves. That must be on record, because we cannot have, because you're saying they were putting on uniform.
It is true, Madam Speaker, because this is reliable information I'm giving to Parliament, because there are witnesses. We saw them, the cattle raiders were putting on the uniform of the UPDF. Similar uniform to the UPDF. I am not saying the UPDF, but I'm saying the suspected cattle raiders wearing a similar uniform.
Honorable both of both, that could have been a similar resemblance.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, and
at least it's on record that our UPDF have never been thieves.
that's right.
Yes.
That's right. First, the Honorable Member mixed up a few things there. Information which is reliable is information that you witnessed yourself. But I take it as a complaint that he has raised, that there are some concerns of insecurity in that border with the Karamoja side. The UPDF, the raiding of the cattle and the goats, I will take it to going to follow up. But the UPDF does not raid. And I think for the last few years through this Parliament, the support we've gotten from this Parliament, we've done our part, and UPDF is doing a good job. But this isolated matter, we are going to handle it.
Thank you.